What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to show you 15 tips and tricks to help you with your creative building. So make sure to like this video if you like content like this, and subscribe to the channel to support me. And so let's get right into the video. If you pull out your phone, hit the options button and go to building to prop, and you turn this on, you can change any of your builds into the prop. So that means you can rotate them like this. You can resize them, make them bigger. That way you can have a giant door or a smaller door, and you can also rotate the pitch and all that kind of stuff. The only thing this does not work for is regular builds like wood and metal, but it'll work for basically any prop you have. If you ever wanted to copy an item spawner with the same settings but clear the items, you can just copy it as normal. Go to customize item spawner, go to the settings icon on the bottom left, and then hit clear items. This will clear all the items but keep the settings the same. And you can also clear all the settings, which will reset the settings but not the items. So that's really cool. If you're using a lot of channels in your map, you can go to My Island and then go to the channel browser, and you can see any channels or devices that you're using and teleport to the items that are using those channels. If you ever want to make a floating platform but don't want to see the builds, you can use the trick tile device, which is in the devices, and you go down over here. You can place it on the builds and then change these settings. Enable on game start on, all this. Activation delay 0. Activate game start yes. Trigger by player contact no. Trigger feedback none. And then the wall will automatically disappear when the game starts if you change all of those. So you go to here and you change this, and then when I start the game, it'll just be a floating wall. And as you can see, this is just a floating this is just a floating platform right here. It's not suspended by anything, it's completely floating. One thing to note, even though the walls are invisible, you cannot build on them. So if you wanted to build here, it won't let you. So if you're making a box fight map, that might be a problem. Did you know that if you go into your galleries and search up IND, there is an like 3 different unbreakable galleries that when placed down in game, you cannot break them no matter what. So if I want to place down this gallery and then start the game, if I use an unbreakable gallery, nothing's able to break. So I can't break this, can't break this, can't break this normal floor, this. So basically these walls were like barely ever break. Nothing can break them at all. So even explosive devices, nothing. So they're completely invincible, unbreakable, and this can be useful for Zone Wars maps. If you ever wanted to send a channel at the start of the game, don't use the trigger device. You can place the round start device. Go to its channel settings and says on round start send channel, and then it'll broadcast this channel like literally on round start, so when the game starts. But one thing to note about this, if your rounds is only set to 1, this is not going to work. So you have to have more than 1 round. So if you only have 1 round, you might have to use your trigger device. But this will work for if you have like a Zone Wars map with 15 rounds or something like that. If you ever are running out of spaces to place your devices, or just don't want to clutter up your map with a bunch of devices, you could always go under the map and build a little area for you to place all your devices. So this will basically makes it impossible for anyone to get down here, or very hard. So you can place your zone down here, your round start device, all your devices can be placed down here, and it's very hard for anyone to get down here. It's practically impossible during the game unless you have to go outside the map and come back in. So this is a great place to put any of your devices that are just cluttering up your space. Did you know that if you go to create new and you select the Kevin floating island and you make this, when you go inside this, it's basically a complete water map for you to use. So if you just delete all of these floating islands, you get a completely clear water map that you can use for anything. So it's just an empty island that you can use. So it's good for zone wars, anything that you need just open space or you want to make your own terrain. This is a great opportunity for that. One minor thing about this, try not to fly outside the map, because it is very easy for you to do that in here. So, oh look, see, you cannot tell the difference between the outskirts of your map and inside the map. It's basically the same thing. But if you start a build here, you can always make terrain and all that cool stuff on a completely water map. Did you know that you can use the class designers to change settings during the game? So when I start the game, so as you can see, I've started the game. Right now I can break the walls, I jump normal, my health is at 100, 0 shield. If I go into here, now I have 10,000 health, 10,000 shield, and I can do stuff. So basically, as you can see, this class designer changed the amount of health I had during the game, which is useful for different maps that you're doing. And then also another example is this one, where I changed the speed to 2 times so you can run double as fast, and you can also fly. So make sure to take advantage of these class designers in your map. That way you can make the most unique stuff. Did you know you can use meteor zones to change what players can do inside your map? So for example, if I get some mats here, in this meteor zone I have it set that I cannot build, or I cannot shoot inside of it. So I have my scar, I am pressing the shoot button and it's doing nothing. So watch, as soon as I walk out, I walk in, I'm pressing it the whole time, and I can build in here but I can't shoot. Okay, now in this one you can shoot inside but you can't build. See, it says it can't build right now. When I go out, I can build. Just be careful with these meteor zones. Sometimes if you teleport somebody out of it, it'll keep the effect for some reason. So when you use galleries, sometimes you might not want to place them because it takes up a bunch of memory. So to get around this, you can go into the gallery that you want to choose and then select it and hit the open button, and then you can pick what item you want to get out of it. So you don't have to place down the whole thing, but sometimes you might want to place down the whole thing to see what you all have. Did you know that you can use the new mechanical parts as a makeshift buy system, even though they may seem useless? If you combine the mechanical parts with the conditional button device and the item granter, you can make cool things. So as you can see, I have no mechanical parts. If I step up to this, it doesn't work. But if you somehow get mechanical parts in the game, I can walk up to this, use it, and then it'll give me a gold scar. So it can be used as a really cool item buying system instead of just using gold all the time, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now let me show you how to make this. So first you need to get out a conditional button, place it, get out the item that you want to be using for it, which is probably for me the mechanical part. Drop it in front of it, and then you only need to change one setting on here. It says when activated send channel, and it's gonna be any channel. Just for me, I'm gonna choose channel 1. Then you get out an item granter, drop the item that you want to get from giving them that one item, and then it says grant item received from channel 1. You need to change that, and then also you need to change it says clear inventory, hit keep all. So once you're done with that, that's basically it. So the person, if they somehow get a mechanical part, they walk up to here, interact with this, and they'll be given the golden infantry rifle, or whatever gun. So on to the next tip. Okay, so when you're using music tiles, keep in mind that they have a max range that they can be heard from. So if you're making a Zone Wars map, you can't just make this anywhere. Make sure you're close to it. So for example, if I play this, I can hear it fine over here. But then if I break this wall and start walking away, eventually I won't be able to hear it anymore, which is kind of a flawed game design to me, but Fortnite's kind of added it, so it's just how it works. So be careful if you're gonna make a giant musical song, make sure it's close to your battle royale map. Otherwise, people will not be able to hear it whatsoever, and it'll just be useless. Okay, so for the next tip, all you need is a capture area device and a gun. And if you ever want to make sure so that this person cannot have the gun anymore or take it away, you can use the capture area device to take all of one gun instantly. So if you were like giving them an impulse and you don't want them to have it anymore, you can specifically take that weapon. It's not gonna delete all of your items. It's just gonna delete the deagle, but you'll keep everything else, which is a good thing. So you can specifically single out what items you want to take and all that cool stuff. So let me show you how to make this. So basically, it's very simple to make this. All you have to do is go to your devices and find the capture area device, which looks like this. Put it into your hotbar, place it down, and then you can change the area to where you want them to take away the item, which is up to 5 tiles. And then you basically pick the one you want, drop the item you want it to take from you, and then whenever someone walks into this area with that item, it'll take it from them instantly. And that way you can specifically choose what items it'll take from you. Now for the last tip, you're gonna need to go to your devices tab, scroll all the way down to see you see the chest and ammo gallery. When you place this down, you'll see these different chests. This is how you get random chests, which I know some people already knew this, but I know some people who don't. If you copy this chest, it'll randomly give you different items. So as you can see, if you do this, each time I open it, it'll be different items. So instead of having to make your own chest, where you have to add a chest, add a chest, add a chest, add a chest, then create chests, which will be like this, you can use the default chests, which give you ammo, mats, a gun, and heals. Same thing with the legendary chest, and the same thing with the ammo box, which is really useful for stuff. And that'll be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, y'all, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it!